Hello, I'm Michelle, and today we're going to be discussing the methods that you can use to form your LLC in Oklahoma. We're going to be covering the steps involved in starting your LLC, the forms that you're going to need, and the naming requirements and the 5 main steps that you need to actually register your LLC. I'll also be explaining the importance of having a registered agent and a very key term known as piercing the corporate will. Now, if these terms aren't familiar to you, then I highly recommend you watch this video very closely. Businesses thriving in Oklahoma are forestry and agriculture. It's noticed that the state is one of the largest producers of sandalwood timber in the state, with 20% of the forest cover. The energy production sector of Oklahoma is dependent mainly on renewable energy resources, primarily coal and natural gas. You can start off your Oklahoma LLC by 3 methods. Number 1 is that you can do it yourself, in which case you can choose to fill out the online forms or you can send them off via mail. Number 2 is that if you hire a professional service to do it for you, which is the most easy method out there. We personally recommend TailorBrands as one of the best services for this purpose. Number 3 is that you can go ahead and hire an attorney. Now we're going to come on to a very common question, but a very important question. Now, what exactly is an LLC? An LLC is a hybrid business entity which combines a corporation's characteristics with a partnership or sole proprietorship. It separates your personal assets from your business assets, and thus it gives you personal asset protection. When you're starting off your LLC in Oklahoma, you mainly have to file your certificate of formation with the state and pay a filing fee of $100. In this video, we're going to be discussing options number 1 and number 2. But we're going to be placing emphasis on why you need a professional service to do it for you, because you have to make sure that you're doing your LLC work correctly, because this is one of those things where you can't afford missing key information or have any form of misunderstandings. TailorBrands is a really good professional service that you can get, because forming an LLC is not just filing the certificate of formation, but it's also deciding on a name, hiring a registered agent, creating an operating agreement, and obtaining an EIN. Now, all of these can be done under one roof with TailorBrands. I'm going to be leaving the links in the description below. You can go there and you can check them out. We're now going to discuss in detail the 5 important steps that you must cover when you're starting off your LLC. The first step to starting off your LLC in Oklahoma is basically choosing the business name. Before you name your business, you must know that the name should be easy to remember, it should be available in the state, and follows the LLC naming guidelines. You can go ahead and find the guidelines at startmyllc.io. The 4 key things that you do need to be aware of when you're starting your LLC is number 1, your business name should be available, and no other existing business in Oklahoma can share that name. Each business name is unique to its owner. Limited liability company should be there as a suffix in the company name. Number 3 is that you cannot use any name for your business which is confusing or could be misleading. Now, terms such as State Department, FBI, and CIA, they cannot be included. Number 4 is that terms like bank, doctor, attorney, they can only be added if you fill out the additional requirements by the Oklahoma government. If you don't wish to file your LLC right now, but you want to hold on to the name that you've decided, then you can reserve your LLC name for 60 days. Now, to keep the name, what you're going to have to do is you need to file a name reservation application, and you have to pay $10 to reserve your name in Oklahoma Secretary of State. The second and highly vital step to forming an LLC in the state of Oklahoma is to appoint a registered agent. A registered agent is an entity that's going to be working or acting on your LLC's behalf. They're going to be receiving all the important paperwork and the official government correspondence in Oklahoma. Hence, hiring a competent registered agent for your LLC is extremely necessary. You need to make sure that your registered agent is a resident of Oklahoma or they have a physical street address over there. Their business address is going to be used as the LLC's principal address in Oklahoma. Now, most LLC formation companies do also provide a registered agent service. TailorBrands is a great LLC setup service, and they provide registered agent services and many more services at very reasonable price. The key thing to note when getting a registered agent is the importance of having one, but also having a legit one, because in case of any lawsuit or if you end up getting sued, the lawyer of the other party is going to do what is known as piercing the corporate will. Now, most people believe that they're setting up their LLCs for tax purposes, but the real reason for setting up your LLC is to limit your liability. Now, basically what you're doing is that you're going to create a divide between your personal assets and your business assets. So if you're sued in your business, they cannot go after your personal assets. When you're sued, the attorney who's the one suing you is going to start looking for cracks in your LLC. Now, this is where they're going to pierce the corporate will. The first thing they're going to do is check whether you have a registered agent, if your agent's legit, and have they been filing the paperwork correctly. The third and another very important step in forming your LLC is to file your certificate of formation. The Oklahoma Articles of Organization is a legal document which you're going to need to officially register your business with the Secretary of State. It's going to cost you $100 by mail and $208 online to file your formation certificate in Oklahoma. Certificate of formation is going to include stuff like name of your LLC, registered agent's name, address, employee details, whether you're member managed or manager managed. Now, before you start hiring your employees in Oklahoma, you should really know about the rules and regulations to avoid any future issues. We personally suggest you use TailorBrands to file your certificate of formation because they provide a very easy way to fill out the form without any confusion or missing of the steps. Now, if you do happen to get stuck anywhere, they do have a live chat option where you can ask your questions, and they're gonna respond. The fourth step is filing the operating agreement. Well, an operating agreement is an internal document that legally outlines the proprietorship and the operating procedures of your LLC. Now, this document is extremely vital as it's going to ensure that all of the business owners are on the same page regarding how they operate, the business resolution, and a lot more. This is going to help you reduce future conflicts. Now, when it comes to filing your Oklahoma LLC operating agreement, the state doesn't really require you to have a very comprehensive operating agreement, but it's going to be very ideal if you have one that contains the detail of your entire business operation. It's recommended that it should be done by using a professional service that's at TailorBrands, since they know exactly what to do and you won't have to worry about missing any details. The agreement template is drafted for a very small fee of $29. The EIN, which is also known as the Employer Identification Number, is a 9-digit number which is given by the IRS to make it much easier for them to identify the type of business for tax purposes and taxes in general. The EIN is necessary for any active businesses or any form of businesses for that matter. An EIN is needed when you start hiring your employees. How do you get one? All you need to do is fill up the form, which can be done online or by mail, and submit it to the IRS. You can also get an EIN assistant through TailorBrands who can help you out with the entire process. I'm going to be leaving the links to all of the resources in the description below. You can go there, you can check out which options fit your requirements. But for now, I'm going to be showing you how to file the forms using TailorBrands. So this is the website for TailorBrands. And as you can see on the website, there's option to set up your LLC, and you can also design a logo, merch, and the website itself for your brand in case you need one and haven't really gotten around to getting it. I'm going to go into Form an LLC. Now choose the state that you're setting up your LLC in. Add your business name. You can check for the name availability here, which will save you a lot of time. Or alternatively, you can choose the method that I told you earlier by going to the business entity name search. Click on the type of services that you're offering. You'll have to pick which stage of your business that you're on, whether it's still in the idea stage or it has been set up and fully running. Choose what sort of income your brand will be. Choose whether your business will have a physical address to receive the documents, and also whether there'll be a dedicated person there who's going to receive these. Select the number of employees. Now you have to fill out the information for your business, like your name, phone number, email address. Now choose whether you want to opt for a registered agent or not. TailorBrand charges $199 annually for hiring a registered agent. If you don't have one, then I highly recommend that you get one through them, because the one thing you can't risk is not having a legitimate registered agent. You're going to need an EIN, like I discussed before, for tax-related purposes. If you don't have one, or you're overwhelmed by the process required to get an EIN, then just let TailorBrands do it for you. It's going to cost you $99. Pick if you want to file for compliance. It will cost you $199 when you do it through TailorBrands. Here you can choose whether you want to have your business branding done. If you already have things like logos, domain, and a website, then just move forward. Select if you want to speed up the process. You can form the operating agreement using TailorBrands if you haven't made one already, or you are unsure of how to proceed with making the agreement by yourself. See if all the information that you chose and entered is correct, and check the final billing as well. You can now proceed to pay for the service, and that's all you need to start and form your LLC. Now that you've created your Oklahoma LLC, what's next? What are you missing? Well, what you're missing is you need a company business bank account and a business credit card. You need to file the Oklahoma business permits and licenses. You need to get general liability insurance and professional liability insurance, which is going to cover your employees. You need to file the Oklahoma annual report every single year. Now, I hope this detailed video helped you out on how to start your LLC in Oklahoma, and I wish you the best of luck if you're starting off your business over there. Please continue supporting our channel by liking the video, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the notification button. Thank you for watching.